Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a fun and easy tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to make this mini little pocket monster. It doesn't require very much time or materials. I'll go ahead and list what I used in the next slide and then we will begin. Also, I want to preface this video by saying that this yarn that I'm using is a little bit more difficult than your average yarn just because it's hard to see the stitches because of all the little threads on there. So just be aware of that. You do have to pay pretty close attention to what you're doing if you're using this yarn, but you could also just use a different type of yarn and avoid this problem altogether. Okay, so round one is going to be 6 single crochet in a magic circle. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to start out by making a slip knot. So I wrap the yarn around my fingers like this and then cross over, and then you're going to push this end underneath there and then gently pull on it, and then you'll get this loop. And then with the short end, you're going to kind of tug on that until you have just enough room for your hook. So I'm going to pull that a little bit tighter. All right, so now we're going to chain 2. So you just yarn over, pull through that loop, yarn over, pull through the loop. Then in the first chain, that's going to be our magic ring. So I'm going to go through there and make 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I'm going to put a single crochet in the first, or I'm going to place a single crochet in that first single crochet that we made for round 2. So with this, you kind of have to look closely and see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, so the chain 1, or the first single crochet is right here. All right, so that's going to be the first single crochet of round 2, which round 2 is an increase round, so it's an increase in every stitch. So to make an increase in that first stitch, you would place another single crochet in the same stitch, and then you just do 2 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you should have 12 stitches total. Okay, so now we can take the stitch marker out. For round 3, it's going to be single crochet and then an increase. So that was our first single crochet of round 3. The next stitch is going to be an increase, and then you just repeat that pattern the entire round until you have 18 stitches. Okay, now for the next 4 rounds, so rounds 4 through 7, it's just going to be a single crochet in each stitch. So it's going to be 4 rounds of 18 single crochet for every round. So I will meet you back at the end of round 7. Okay, so I just finished round 7. At this point, you can go ahead and add your eyes, or I'm just using one eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and add mine. It doesn't really matter where you put it, wherever you want. As you can see with this one, I did use 2. This one, I'm just gonna use 1. And I'm just gonna stick it right there. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and now I'm gonna go on to round 8, which is gonna be a single crochet and then a decrease. So this is our first single crochet. Make sure you mark that stitch, and then I'll do a decrease here. Okay, so you just repeat that again, single crochet and then a decrease. And you just do that the entire way around until you have 12 stitches. And I'll do the decrease slowly for y'all, just in case you're new to crochet. So you come up like you're about to do a single crochet, but then before you yarn over, you go through the next stitch and add a loop to your hook. So you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this round. Okay, so we only have 1 more round left. So I'm gonna go ahead and start stuffing. You don't really need a whole lot of fiber fill, just a little bit. And, whoops, okay. Stuff that down in there. And then I will probably finish stuffing after this next round, but you kind of need to go ahead and start at this point. Okay, so take your stitch marker out. Now the last round is going to be a decrease in every single stitch. So in this first stitch, you're going to make that a decrease. So go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through. And you're just going to do that all the way around. You should be left with 6 stitches at the end. Okay, and then there's no more rounds left, so you can go ahead and take the stitch marker out. Now you're left with like a little bit of a gap here, so you can use that to finish stuffing the little monster. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you how to close this gap. Okay, so how you close the gap is you need some scissors. Cut off a somewhat long end. You don't need like a ton of yarn, but you know, enough so that you have some to work with to close the gap. Just cut it, and then with this loop, you're just gonna pull the yarn all the way through. Okay, now get your tapestry needle. Whoops, this yarn can be very, very frustrating. Okay. All right, now you're going to go through a couple stitches at a time. So with your needle, go like this, and then into the next stitch, like the top of that stitch. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you just pull through. And then you just do that again. You should only really have to do this, hold on, about 3 times. And then you'll see that you don't have any gap left. Okay, so it's closed. Now, at this point, if you made any like mistakes or anything in your work, or there is any like noticeable gaps you want to cover up, now would be the time to do that. You just go over a stitch and like under and through it and come out wherever. And you would just repeat that wherever you need. For me, I don't really need to do that anymore. Plus this yarn is very forgiving, so it covers up a lot of mistakes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my yarn off. Whoops. All right. And then I'll do the same thing with this end. I'm just gonna weave it in a little bit. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe or leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.